Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 172B. This is a mill finish, extruded bronze, commercial saddle threshold, also known as brass. This is a solid piece of brass. It's an amalgamation of, four base materials, four different materials. We would call it architectural bronze, but it's commonly known just as a brass threshold. And that's what it looks like. This is what this looks like also in the mill finish, when the material is literally extruded at the mill. This is quite heavy. This is a piece of solid bronze, brass material. Where would you use such a thing? You're going to use such a thing in an instance where you need a threshold to last 100 years. The front doors of City Hall in Chicago, the front doors of many of the museums on the museum campus here in Chicago, those are all solid bronze thresholds. Hotel doors will have solid bronze thresholds because they're incredibly durable, they're incredibly long-lasting. Because of the base material, you can even do finishes on them. Well, you could have the 172 in two base materials, actually, in aluminum, onto which you can do several anodized finishes, like dark bronze or gold, or just raw mill aluminum. Or you can do architectural bronze, onto which you can do the mill, which is not a finish, it's just mill. It's streaky, it's going to look just like this. And I've sold these to people who told me they wanted mill. They understood it, and then get it and say, why is it full of defects? No, this is what mill looks like. Mill is a raw product with no processing done on it whatsoever. You want this for only the reason that you specifically want the threshold to age with time and simply patina the way that a piece of solid brass would do so with exposure to the environment. Onto this, Pemko can do a bronze finish, like a 612 finish, a 612 finish. They can do a 605 finish, which is polished brass. They can do a 606 finish, which is satin brass. They can do a 613 finish, which is oil-rubbed bronze. And technically, because of this base material, it would not be impossible to actually plate this polished chrome, should you want. The base material allows for that sort of process finishing to be done to it, whereas you couldn't do that to aluminum. Okay, you could even powder coat this if you wanted to. I don't know why you would powder coat such a gorgeous base material, but you could. You might have an application where you need white thresholds that are incredibly durable. Okay, fine. There you go. This item is explained dimensionally down below this video. The 172 is representative of the fact that this is a 6-inch wide threshold that is 1/2 of an inch tall. Meets ADA compliance because it's 1/2 inch tall. This slope does not exceed the guidelines for ADA requirements because you can have I think the definition is you can have a 1/4 inch change in height with a bevel on it that doesn't exceed a 1/4 inch. So if the width of this bevel is a 1/4 inch and you're not exceeding a 1/4 inch height, that makes it handicap compliant as well. It is handicap compliant is the bottom line. Solid bronze thresholds from Pemko are available in lots of different sizes, different widths, different heights, different types. Saddle like this. They can do a half saddle. They can do interlocking thresholds as well. This is a sample piece. I mean, it's literally a sample piece. For purposes of this video, and we're just showing it to you here. If this was the genuine article, you would have a countersink about 4 inches from the end, and screws would be included, by the way, in a complementary finish, that's for sure, whether it be mill or it be polished brass or oil rubbed bronze. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field what net length you want us to cut the material back to. My opinion, you don't want to cut this. You don't want to cut it because you don't want to take the risk of cutting it wrong. If you cut it a 1/4 inch short, you might be in big trouble because of the cost of this material per foot, which is startlingly costly. If you are doing a finish on this, I don't think you want to cut it because you're going to break that finish on the edge. If you cut it to length, you're going to disrupt the distance from the edge of the threshold to that first countersunk hole. You'll be stuck cutting it and then drilling, and that's the hard part sometimes, countersinking the new hole for the flathead screw. I'll have customers that will call me up and say, oh gosh, do you have a countersink? well, I got the threshold, I cut it down and drilled a hole, and then I realized I had to countersink the hole for the flathead screw. So if you don't have a countersink or a larger drill bit to at least act as a countersink, which is not a great idea, order the net length you want. Order the next longest piece. Indicate in the comment field what length to ship it out. We'll give it to you cut, finished properly, proper distance from the end for the countersink, and then the proper center to center as well all the way down. Or I've had clients that order them long, order them not drilled with fasteners included, because they are going to cut it themselves. They are going to locate those screws to meet the requirements that they have. They might have two different weird flooring conditions meeting each other, and this threshold needs to straddle both of those. Maybe some stone to a hardwood floor or something unusual, or tile. So that's great as well. We don't care. The point being, we do care to the point where we will give it to you the way that best suits your needs, so keep that in mind. Fantastic quality threshold from Pemko. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Pemko number 172B, mill finish bronze, saddle type threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.